So I want to keep this video maybe under 4 minutes. And one of the people who commented on my YouTube videos asked me about how do elections affect the stock market. Now, elections is one of the many variables that affect the stock market. The stock market is affected honestly by several things. For example, when the nuclear reactor in Japan was on the verge of creating a nuclear disaster, stock markets in India actually felt the pinch of something that happened in Japan. That is to show you, in fact, it's not necessary that something should happen within India for the stock markets in India to get affected. Even something from abroad can affect the stock market in India. Now, let's take the example of a particular candidate who is been elected to office. I don't want to bring in any politician here, so we'll just call him candidate A. Now, let's see what candidate A has proposed now that he has been elected into office. Now, candidate A has got different things that he wants to bring in. One, he is pro-industrial growth, which is something that I completely support. He wants to reduce the rate of income tax on individuals. The other one would be he wants to tax companies a little bit more, particularly the companies that are there in the service sector. Now, how will the stock market be affected in each of these circumstances? Let's take a look at that. The first one is that he's pro-industrial growth, which means, that is to say, in general, he wants industries to come here and establish their operations. And when I say industries, I don't just mean manufacturing. It could be anything. It could be a software company from abroad coming here and doing business. It could be an automobile company, anything at all. He is pro-industrial growth. What could happen in this case is there could be an increase in FDI, there could be an increase in FII. FDI doesn't have a direct impact on the stock market, but FIIs, foreign institutional investors, that certainly has an impact on the stock market growth. People would want to put their money into the Indian stock markets. That is, foreign companies want to put their money in Indian stock markets, and that could result in an increase in the value of the indices of the different stock exchanges in India. The next point would be he wants to reduce the rate of income tax on individuals. Now, you might think that, wow, this is a big thing and this is actually going to affect the stock market, but my opinion is it's not. The reason I say that is because around 2 or 3% of India actually pays income tax. So 2 or 3% of India, will that really affect the stock market? In my opinion, I don't think so. So in my opinion, the income tax being reduced, you might say additional money we have to spend. So therefore, sectors could improve, maybe. In my opinion, I doubt it could have any impact on the stock market at all. Now, service sector will be taxed more. Now, is this a good thing? Is it a bad thing? How will the stock market be affected in this case? Now, let's say, for example, here the higher taxation is something the companies did not see at all. That is, this news was something that just came to them in their face. They never expected this. Now, if this were to happen, the shareholders, let's take a company in the service sector now. We'll take the company Airtel. If I have shares of Airtel and I suddenly see, oh my God, they're going to be taxed more. The first thing that will come to my head is, if this company is going to be taxed more, their profits is going to be reduced. And when their profits is going to be reduced, the amount of dividend I would receive is also going to be reduced, or it's going to be nothing. So the first thought that would come to my head is, why would I want to keep a share of Airtel? Let me sell it. And just like me, millions of others would have the same sentiment. And when that happens, the share price of Airtel would fall, and that could considerably affect the overall index value. So I hope you found this video helpful. Please hit the subscribe button and also visit my website. The link is in the description below. See you guys. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.